Why should you in risk and not at risk? The problem with at risk. The term at risk is not only vague, but also inherently deficit-based. It focuses on what students lack or the negative circumstances surrounding them rather than their abilities, resilience, or the systemic factors that contribute to their challenges. Labeling students as at risk can inadvertently treat them as a problem to be solved, overshadowing their unique experiences, strengths, and the cultural wealth they bring into the educational environment. This label can lead to low expectations, resulting in a self-fulfilling prophecy, where students perform poorly because they are perceived and treated as if they will. The shift to in-risk and at promise. The move towards using in-risk instead of at-risk signifies a significant shift in perspective. These alternative terms aim to acknowledge that while students may face certain challenges or adversities, these conditions do not define their entire being or potential. The term in risk suggests that risk is a situation one is in rather than an immutable characteristic of the individual, implying that with the right support and resources, these risks can be mitigated or overcome. Case for change. Adopting these new terms requires more than just changing the vocabulary. It necessitates a paradigm shift in how educators, policymakers, and society view and interact with young people facing challenging circumstances. Recognizing students as in risk encourages a strengths-based approach. This perspective emphasizes students' abilities, talents, and potential, fostering a more positive and supportive educational environment that believes in every student's capacity to succeed. Promotes equity and inclusivity. By moving away from deficit-based language, educators can more effectively address systemic barriers and biases that disproportionately affect certain student populations, thereby advancing educational equity. Fosters resilience and empowerment. Language that recognizes students' potential and strengths can bolster their resilience and self-efficacy, empowering them to navigate challenges and pursue their goals with confidence. Practical implications and challenges. While the intention behind this linguistic shift is commendable, its implementation is not without challenges. Changing the terminology does not automatically alter underlying attitudes or systemic issues. It requires a concerted effort to ensure that the shift in language is accompanied by concrete changes in policies, practices, and resources allocated to support these students holistically. A path forward. The journey from being labeled at risk to being seen as in risk or at promise is not merely about changing a few words. It's about transforming perceptions, interactions, and systems to create a more nurturing, equitable, and hopeful educational landscape.